Did you know that there is a movement so simple and, at the same time, so powerful, that it could become the key to keeping you strong, full of energy, and with vitality even after the age of 50? It doesn't require expensive machines, endless routines, or magical supplements, and yet it possesses the extraordinary ability to transform both your body and your mind from the very first day you practice it. The striking thing is that, although at first glance it may seem like a movement that is too simple, or even static, it actually hides an internal work of great intensity. It deeply activates the muscles in your legs, reinforces the stability of your posture, protects the health of your joints, and stimulates blood circulation throughout the entire body. Every second you hold it becomes a silent yet powerful training, capable of awakening dormant muscle fibers and reactivating bodily functions that tend to weaken with age. The most surprising thing is that you don't need to dedicate hours or subject yourself to painful efforts. With just 2 minutes a day, you can notice tangible changes, from better balance and reduced joint pain to a renewed sense of stability in every daily movement. In addition, this simple habit not only impacts your physical body but also your emotional well-being, as it helps regulate mood, improves mental clarity, and reactivates hormonal energy, giving you back that vitality you thought you had lost over the years. And that's why, in this video, you will discover the truth behind this ancestral movement and why it could become the most practical and powerful tool to gain strength, confidence, and well-being in this new stage of your life. Throughout history, few practices have proven to be as effective and, at the same time, as accessible as the horse stance. This ancient exercise, used for centuries by martial arts masters, monks, and traditional athletes, is not a simple static position. It is a powerful tool for integral strengthening that connects body and mind in a single act. Although it may seem simple at first glance, the truth is that behind this stance lies a deep activation that involves almost all major muscle groups while stimulating conscious breathing and mental focus. Its secret lies in isometric contraction, a type of work that requires maintaining tension without repetitive movement, which protects the joints while strengthening muscles, tendons, and ligaments. This feature makes the horse stance a highly safe and functional training, ideal both for young people seeking strength and endurance, and for older adults who wish to preserve mobility, balance, and vitality without risk of injury. Moreover, modern studies have begun to support what ancient traditions already intuited, that this practice promotes circulation, stimulates hormonal production, and significantly reduces stress levels, thus contributing to overall well-being. Its greatest appeal is that it doesn't require a gym, equipment, or long training sessions, just 2 minutes a day, anywhere, to experience its effects. From improving leg strength and posture to providing mental clarity and renewed energy, the horse stance stands out as a timeless exercise capable of offering real and profound benefits with minimal but consistent effort. And this is because one of the most surprising benefits of this ancestral movement is its ability to strengthen the legs and glutes comprehensively without the need for impact or exhausting repetitions. Unlike traditional strength exercises, such as weighted squats or gym machines, here the work focuses on isometric contraction, a type of muscular activation that requires maintaining tension for a set period of time. This constant stimulus creates a cumulative effect that recruits deep muscle fibers, the same ones that usually remain inactive during everyday movements. Thanks to this, key muscles such as the quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings, and calves work in coordination, developing functional strength and endurance without subjecting the joints to impacts that could wear them down over time. In people over 50, this detail becomes even more relevant, since the loss of muscle mass and strength in the lower body is directly associated with decreased mobility, functional dependence, and increased risk of falls. By strengthening the leg muscles with a controlled, safe method that avoids unnecessary stress on the knees or hips, it not only improves physical performance but also restores independence and confidence to carry out simple yet vital activities such as getting up from a chair, climbing stairs, walking safely, or carrying everyday objects. This deep activation also has a positive effect on blood and lymphatic circulation, helping to reduce swelling, improve venous return, and enhance tissue oxygenation, something essential to maintain a feeling of lightness and vitality in the legs. But the benefits don't end there. This movement also has a powerful impact on strengthening the core, one of the most important areas for physical well-being in adulthood. Many people associate the core only with the visible abdominal muscles, but in reality, it's a much broader network that includes the obliques, lumbar muscles, diaphragm, and even the deep area of the pelvic floor. When practicing this posture, the body is forced to maintain spinal alignment without collapsing forward, which activates all those stabilizing muscles simultaneously and in balance. This brings a triple benefit. It protects the spine from excessive loads, naturally corrects and maintains an upright posture, and significantly reduces the risk of lower back pain, one of the most common problems after the age of 50. At the same time, this stability work reinforces proprioception, that internal GPS on which our balance, coordination, and ability to respond to sudden environmental changes depend. When this system isn't stimulated, the disconnection between the brain and the body increases the risk of falls and stumbles. In contrast, with consistent training, the firm and conscious posture sends clear signals to the nervous system, fine-tuning coordination and improving safety with every step. Interestingly, this type of strengthening and control not only translates into physical benefits but also into greater self-confidence and emotional stability, as a stronger, more balanced body projects security and reduces anxiety about losing control in everyday movements. In summary, this practice not only strengthens the muscles of the legs and core but also trains the brain and the nervous system, creating a body-mind harmony that elevates quality of life in an integral way. Likewise, a key benefit that often goes unnoticed is hip mobility, a central joint in the human body and, at the same time, one of the most affected by sedentary lifestyles, long hours in front of the computer, or simply the passage of time. When the hips become stiff, not only is the range of motion limited, but chronic lower back pain, tension in the lumbar area, and even imbalances while walking also appear. This practice, although it may seem static, promotes the opening and release of that accumulated rigidity, activating deep muscles that many modern routines forget. In doing so, it not only restores flexibility but also relieves pressure on the lower back, resulting in less pain and a more natural and light posture. In addition, this type of training stimulates a natural hormonal boost, as the controlled tension on large muscle groups triggers positive endocrine responses, an increase in testosterone, the release of endorphins, and better regulation of the autonomic nervous system. In other words, it not only improves your mobility and reduces physical discomfort but also elevates your mood, increases your vital energy, and strengthens the body's ability to adapt to stress. This is particularly valuable from the age of 40 or 50 onwards, when metabolism and hormone production tend to decrease, as it offers a natural and non-invasive way to regain vitality and optimize functions that are essential for active longevity. And although many believe that this type of posture only works one area of the body, the reality is that it constitutes a true full-body workout. The effort does not fall solely on the legs or hips but also involves the glutes, abdomen, back, shoulders, and even the stabilizing muscles of the feet and ankles, creating an integral work that harmonizes strength, endurance, and control. It's as if a muscular chain were ignited, connecting the upper and lower parts of the body, forcing each segment to work in coordination to maintain the position. This global effort generates benefits that go far beyond the physical. It improves posture, promotes diaphragmatic breathing, increases mental endurance, and strengthens the connection between the brain and the body. And best of all is its total accessibility. You don't need a gym, expensive machines, or endless sessions. You only need your own body and 2 minutes a day to activate this mechanism of transformation. This simplicity makes it a universal tool, adaptable to any age and level of physical condition, breaking the excuse of lack of time and proving that true change does not depend on complexity but on consistency and intention. Thus, what seems like a simple exercise reveals itself as a powerful and complete practice, capable of freeing your body from tension, awakening your inner energy, and helping you live with greater strength, balance, and fulfillment in daily life. One of the least known but most powerful aspects of this type of practice is its impact on pelvic health and sexual vitality, a crucial but often neglected topic in the conversation about healthy aging. When we maintain the posture and tension in a controlled way, blood circulation in the pelvic area increases, which not only strengthens the pelvic floor but also optimizes the flow of oxygen and nutrients to reproductive organs and deep tissues. In men, this greater blood flow can support erectile function and prostate health, key factors in maintaining an active and satisfying intimate life after the age of 50. In women, strengthening the pelvic floor helps improve urinary control, prevent incontinence, and promote greater sensitivity and sexual response. All of this results in increased hormonal vitality, as muscular activation in this area helps balance the production of key hormones, influencing not only sexual desire but also overall energy, motivation, and emotional well-being. Furthermore, this practice sends a powerful message of body-mind reconnection, since by training muscles that we often ignore in daily life, a greater body awareness is awakened, strengthening self-confidence and the full enjoyment of life as a couple and in personal intimacy. But the benefits are not limited to the physical and hormonal level. This training also acts as a true laboratory of mental resilience and stress reduction, teaching the mind to remain steady in the midst of discomfort and pressure. By holding the posture, the body demands control of breathing, which stimulates the vagus nerve and activates the parasympathetic response, naturally reducing cortisol levels, the stress hormone. This regulation not only calms the mind in the present moment but, with consistent practice, trains the brain to react more calmly in daily life situations, arguments, work-related worries, or unexpected changes. It is, in essence, an exercise in active meditation, where physical discipline becomes a bridge to inner calm. And at a structural level, we must not forget its impact on joint protection. By working with isometric contraction, tendons and ligaments are strengthened, developing a support network that stabilizes knees, ankles, and hips without subjecting them to the wear and tear of repetitive or high-impact movements. This makes the practice an ideal tool for those suffering from mild arthritis, joint discomfort, or who simply wish to prevent injuries and maintain mobility in the long term. In this way, we speak of comprehensive training that not only shapes the body but also strengthens the mind, rejuvenates sexual energy, and protects the most delicate structures that sustain our mobility and quality of life. Taking into account that, as we age, our body undergoes inevitable changes, muscle mass decreases, bone density diminishes, joint stiffness appears, and energy no longer flows with the same intensity as in youth. These factors become limiting for mobility, independence, and quality of life. However, the horse stance offers a simple and highly functional solution, as it directly addresses the most common problems after age 50. It strengthens the muscles of the legs and glutes, essential for walking safely and standing up effortlessly. It improves balance and coordination, reducing the risk of falls. It releases accumulated stiffness in the hips, which decreases lumbar tension and chronic pain. And it also activates circulation and body energy, providing vitality and mental clarity. Instead of demanding abrupt movements or excessive loads, this practice is based on isometric resistance, which makes it a safe, sustainable, and adaptable method for anyone seeking to stay active and fulfilled in their daily life. Unlike intense routines such as running long distances, performing plyometric jumps, or lifting heavy weights, which can overload joints and increase the risk of injuries in knees, ankles, or hips, the horse stance combines softness and power in the same practice. The apparent stillness is deceptive. The muscles work deeply while the joints remain stable and protected. This allows training with intensity without fear of wear or microtrauma, something essential for those who wish to exercise safely after the age of 50. In addition, its progressive nature provides confidence. Even higher stances, held for short periods of time, generate visible benefits without the need to strain the body. What truly makes the difference is consistency, since with just a few minutes a day it is possible to accumulate remarkable results in strength, posture, and energy. In this way, this stance becomes a viable and powerful alternative to conventional training, offering an accessible and effective option to maintain physical health without compromising safety. Thus, simplicity is one of the greatest strengths of this exercise, since anyone can incorporate it into their routine without the need for equipment or special spaces. To begin, place your feet together and use the toe-heel pattern outward until your legs are approximately twice the width of your shoulders. Then, slightly turn your feet outward and bend your knees, lowering yourself as if you were going to sit on an invisible chair. Keep your back straight, your chest open, and your gaze forward, avoiding rounding the lower back. Breathing is key. Inhale deeply through the nose and exhale slowly through the mouth, connecting the body with the mind. You can start with 30 seconds and gradually progress until you hold the stance for 1 or 2 minutes daily. It is important to remember that you don't need to go too low. Even a higher stance, if executed with proper alignment, offers real benefits. The essential thing is to listen to your body, maintain proper technique, and practice regularly, because true transformation does not arise from occasional intensity but from daily discipline. Like any exercise, the horse stance requires responsibility and body awareness. It is not recommended to practice it if you have had recent surgeries on your knees, hips, or spine, or if you have uncontrolled blood pressure or severe balance problems, as these conditions could increase the risk of complications. Safety should always come first, and in case of any doubt, it is best to consult with a doctor or physical therapist before beginning. Practiced correctly, this stance becomes a safe and sustainable method to strengthen the body and mind, but each organism has its own limits and needs. Listening to the body, adapting the intensity, and progressing gradually are key to transforming this exercise into an ally for your long-term well-being. Taking into account that this exercise allows an isometric contraction that strengthens muscles, tendons, and ligaments, the nervous system regulates itself, improving your ability to concentrate and stay calm. Deep breathing oxygenates tissues and releases tension, and the mind learns to remain firm in discomfort, developing emotional resilience. In a fast-paced world, where hurry and stress dominate our routines, this exercise is a powerful reminder that true strength is born from calm, stability, and consistency. So now that you know its potential, don't let it pass you by. Start today with just a few seconds a day, progress little by little, and discover how such a simple habit can restore energy, balance, and vitality to every area of your life. Now it's your turn. You don't need machines, complicated routines, or long hours of training, just a couple of minutes a day to start transforming your strength, your balance, and your vitality from a place of calm. Practice the horse stance, listen to your body, and you'll see how little by little you regain energy, confidence, and stability. If this content brought you value, give this video a like, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to the channel to continue discovering more simple and effective exercises that can change your health after 50. Your body and your health will thank you. Thank you for watching this video, and see you soon.